Eric Dodson versus Dakota High Pine. You see the numbers.
A couple things here. There is a 4-inch reach advantage, or height advantage, 2-inch reach advantage. The thing to me, Eric Dodson, a few pounds overweight. Let's see if that makes a difference, if he wasn't able to train as hard or if he was just the bigger, stronger guy.
Dakota High Pine set for fight number 4 in BKFC. He's had 14 amateur boxing bouts, 2 in MMA. In our fighter meeting, High Pine told us he has really been focusing on his clinch and training. He said, I've also been focusing on smart defense. High Pine told us he felt that he's been overly aggressive in his last 2 fights in BKFC. He said, I trust in my boxing. I just have to be a little more measured.
Said he wants to use that in and out motion, be very defensive minded like you said, Sean, and stay outside, but when they get inside, he wants to utilize that clinch. He thinks that will frustrate his opponent and let him make mistakes.
High Pine said, constant 1-2s, active jab, and I cannot allow my opponent Eric Dodson to turn this fight into a firefight.
Feels like working the body is important right here. He knows his opponent didn't make weight, wants to go out there, test his body, see if he's done all the work. That's what it takes to get out there. If he put in the work, done those sit-ups, done all the road work, he's not sure if his opponent did.
This is bout number 4 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship for Eric Dodson. He's had 7 MMA bouts. In our fighter meeting, Dodson told us his main focus in training was on his movement. Dodson told us he felt that he had been throwing punches and then standing still. Dodson said that's no longer going to happen. I'm going to throw and then move. I'm also, Dodson said, going to make some high volume with power shots.
Wants to get into the mid-range. In that, he doesn't really want to clinch. He wants to get in there and throw power shots. He feels like if he get inside his opponent's range, land his shots, that's the key to victory for him.
In Eric Dodson's corner will be his older brother, John Dodson. He, of course, John Dodson, the reigning BKFC 125 world champion. Into the ring for our feature fight at 145 pounds comes Eric Dodson. Dodson said, I'm going to make it go and move backwards. He's a counter fighter.
He's going to make his opponent question every punch he throws. Use that head movement. Every time his opponent throws a punch, he's going to counter, and that's going to make him not want to throw any punches.
Back we go to Jeff Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for our feature fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Presented to you by Forged Irish Stout. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black, red, and blue. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 142.8 pounds. Tonight, he steps into the squared circle ready for bare knuckle fight number 4. Fighting out of Great Falls, Montana, here is Dakota, Montana Dak High Pine. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and yellow. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, 147.2 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 2 victories opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, here is Eric Thuggy Bear Dodson. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Dakota High Pine told us, I know Eric Dodson is going to use a lot of quick forward pressure. I cannot allow himself to establish on the inside. Round number 1. Yellow trunks for Eric Dodson. Blue trunks for Dakota High Pine. On the outside with a smile on his face is Dakota High Pine. High Pine just said to Dodson, come on.
And so just from talking to High Pine, I felt like he was in the best place we've seen that mentally.
Here's the left hand, big shots, the flurry on the inside for Eric Dodson. Dodson with the left hand, right hand, slumping in the corner, and down goes Dakota High Pine.
Just blitzed him right there. A lot of hard. This fight
High Punk's telling Andrew Glenn he is done. The count of 10, he is done. Game, set, match, Eric Dodson.
And just when I said he was in the best place minutes, that happened. He got hit in the eye. We've seen that happen a couple times. When you can't see, this sport is terrifying, Sean. You cannot fight a bare knuckle fight if you can't see what's going on. Look at that breakdance move. Wow. You do that stuff all the time, don't you, Sean? Is that one of your moves?
Well, I would say that Ty Emery now has competition for one of the best celebrations in BKFC history.
Right from the beginning, like I said, Alpine coming with good energy, but it was just this flurry right there. Once Dodson knew he had his opponent in a bad situation, he just threw a lot of shots right there. All it took was that one shot, the one that landed and cut the eye open of High Pine. There was a good one right there. So High Pine is already hurt with that jab. He's trying to fire back, but that explosive power of Dodson right there.
What did Eric Dodson tell us, Chris, at our fighter meeting? I'm going to keep mixing high volume with power punches. Check and check.
I love it when they tell us the truth right there. Sometimes they say they're going to throw jabs and they don't throw any. This time the guy came out there and told us exactly what he was going to do. High power, high volume, did both of those right there. He waited for the right time and then exploded. You can't do that the whole fight. You'll gas out. He waited till he landed a good shot, backed his opponent up against the ropes, and exploded on him.
Great sportsmanship, compassion, in fact, from Eric Dodson. Real disappointment from Dakota High Pine. He's a talented fighter, but that was a ferocious onslaught to the finish for Eric Dodson. Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, reaches the count of 10. At 40 seconds into round number 1, for your winner by KO, Eric Thuggy Man Dodson.
He is a legitimately nice person, as is his brother, John Dodson. And like his older brother, John Dodson, the BKFC flyweight champion, he is a ferocious finisher. The celebration after the victory with emphasis. The winner, by way of first-round knockout, Eric Dodson defeats Dakota High Pine.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Always crazy. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. The world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, is back for BKFC Fight Night Albuquerque, Friday, February 28th. In the main event, the #1 ranked bantamweight Keith Rockstar Richardson faces a warrior looking to stay on the winning track, Behzad Usmanov. In the co-main event, rising star Harrison the Headhunter Aiken attempts to take out Albuquerque's own Donald Sanchez. Plus many more intense bare knuckle fights. Watch all the action unfold live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
Donald Sanchez versus Dallas Davison.
Very close here, Sean. 1 inch height difference, 2 inch reach advantage for Davison. He's going to want to utilize that. He wants to get inside, stay outside wherever he can to land those hard punches against Donald Sanchez.
Dallas Davison, set for fight number 5 promotionally in BKFC, fight number 6 overall in the sport of bare knuckle fighting. Davison has also had 1 pro MMA bout. Davison told us he feels that he is the physically strongest of his life. He said, I'm going to use my newfound strength in the clinch, be very heavy on the inside, and I need to immediately land hard to gain the respect of Donald Sanchez off of scratch.
Well, he's got to utilize footwork and angles. He wants to stay long, be on the bike, pick his opponent apart unless they get in close, and that's when he's going to want to utilize that clinch.
Davison said of Donald Sanchez, he's very explosive, he's very durable. I expect him to keep coming to the inside. I absolutely cannot let Sanchez control the pace of this bout.
Well, he knows how strong Sanchez is, know how hard his punches. He has to watch out for that one big power shot. He's got to utilize that clinch in there, and he's got to counter when that big power shot does come.
Davison told us, for me, this is about continual movement, continually hitting angles, and picking apart Donald Sanchez from range.
Use those body shots. He knows Sanchez is a tough opponent, but if you hit him in the body, every tough man crumbles at the end.
Donald Sanchez, set for fight number 4 in BKFC. He has had 73 pro MMA bouts, 12 in pro boxing. Sanchez told us entering this, his 4th fight in bare knuckle fighting championship, he fully understands that you cannot force anything in this sport of bare knuckle. Sanchez said, I'm going to establish myself in the mid-range smartly and be very adaptable as this fight progresses.
Well, he feels like this sport is really starting to click for him out here. Says he has to adapt to whatever his opponent's going to do. This is a huge time for him. He says, you heard him out there talking earlier, he wants a belt. He feels like this is a great time to make a statement that he is the best fighter in this division.
Sanchez said, I've got to throw hard body punches. I've got to cut angles as my opponent Dallas Davison comes forward, and absolutely, I have to be the aggressor in this fight.
Wants to work the body, understands how devastating that could be. He started this sport, he understands that he wants to get in there, put it to his opponent, wear him down with those body shots.
Here we go with Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the co-main event. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Presented to you by OnlyFans. Introducing to you first. Fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and silver. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 175.4 pounds. He holds an overall bare knuckle fighting record of 3 victories, opposite 2 defeats. Fighting out of Great Falls, Montana, here is Dallas the Dentist Davison. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears orange and black. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, an even 176 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 2 victories, opposite a single defeat. Fighting, living, and loving out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here is Donald Sanchez! And our referee in charge of the action, Nick Behrens.
Donald Sanchez told us, I believe Dallas Davison is at his best moving forward. I have to continually make him move backwards. Round number 1. Orange trunks for Donald Sanchez. Black and silver trunks for Dallas Davison. Davison off the jab. With the right hand from Davison. Here's the jab from Sanchez. To the body from Dallas Davison. The right hand to the body. Big left hand lands from Sanchez on the entry.
Davison goes flying backwards.
Davison's on full back pedal. Jab from Sanchez. Hook again. It's enough to double jab right back from Donald Sanchez. 15 remaining, round number 1.
You can see right now Sanchez appears to be the bigger, stronger fighter in the situation.
Left hand after the right uppercut.
A great right hand body for Sanchez.
As we lead left hand from Donald Sanchez last sequence.
You can just see the high fight IQ and ring experience for Sanchez right now.
To the body from Davison. Triple jab to the right hand. Big to the body goes Donald Sanchez.
And that affected the stance right there. Look what that left hand is, and Davison is low. It's blocking that body.
Right hand turn, Dallas Davison. 35 seconds remaining, round number 1 of our co-main. We're in the middleweight division. And this is a huge fight for both men. Sanchez 2-1 as he enters this bout in BKFC. Davison 2-2 as he enters this bout in BKFC. Duck under, but that hook getting through.
And it's body work right now from Sanchez. It's really doing a lot of the damage.
10-second clock. Final stages, round number 1. To the body, again goes Sanchez. The bell. Next stop, round 2.
And look at the left side right now.
Hey,
Dallas
beautiful round.
Davison,
Good breathing.
it is
Stay
red,
calm. He's tired.
black and blue almost already.
Your jab is right there in his face. You're right there. Okay, he's throwing a wild one. You need to come up with the ugly. Like, it's an uppercut right there because he's coming in like this, right? Come up right.
Body punch followed by the hook right there for Sanchez. There was that beautiful right hand to the body. And trust me, those punches hurt. We talk about it all the time, Charlie. If you have a boxing glove or MMA glove, that spreads out, that disseminates that pain.
Stay calm, go
Not with bare knuckle, that goes straight in,
it.
digs in deep like a knife.
That jab is.
You saw our crafted replay presented by Forged Irish Stout. Here is our real-time scoring.
No surprise there, Sanchez did a lot of good work out there. 10-9 all around.
Sporting touch of hands, both men up to scratch. Knuckle up from referee Nick Barons. Round number 2 underway. Immediate forward pressure. Immediately to the body goes Donald Sanchez. Stiff jab, left hook. Davison still trying to get his offense going. It's the right hand. Good step in from Davison. Turn from Donald Sanchez.
Davison definitely at his best when he's coming forward. To no one's surprise.
Open hand on the parry, double jab, the circle out from Davison. Sanchez, more body work. 80 seconds remaining, round 2. Right now, Chris, Sanchez is just throwing bigger, just like that. That was a big jab.
So you can just tell he's a stronger opponent on everything he throws is painful.
Full step, right hand, turning out Dallas Davison.
Dallas Davison has got to do something to earn the respect of Sanchez right now. Come forward with a really hard punch, set up with that double jab right hand.
Big to the body. That was a short, hard right hand landed from Sanchez. Right to the stomach of Davison. Davison took that well, though. 40 seconds remaining, round 2. Still trying to come forward. Again to the body goes Donald Sanchez. And with the right hand from Davison. Sanchez step in right hand. That was clever. 15 seconds remaining, round 2. Jab not there from Dallas Davison. There's the right hand. Elusiveness on the pull from Davison. The bell, we move to round 3.
Working the body, once again, beautiful counter. A couple of different times he threw the body there.
Like this.
You can tell he's made a point of emphasis as Sanchez. I do have to target this guy's body. It's going to slow him down enough, and it's going to pay dividends as this fight goes on.
You got this. Deep breath.
Exactly what you're doing. Don't wait on his ass, though. Keep creating, forcing him to react.
So you're up 2 rounds. Let's go put him to sleep. Let's go finish him. He ain't on your level.
Sportsmanship continues on the touch of hands. Round number 3, and the hook jab off of the scratch to start the 3rd round for Donald Sanchez. Jab to the body from Davison. Jab to the head, 1-2. There's the big step in left-handed duck under. More body work now from Sanchez.
And hopefully it looks like Davidson understands his best work is when he comes forward.
Sanchez off the flick jab. Step in right. Davidson took himself off balance, resets. There's the jab again. Davidson still very much in this fight, but Sanchez, who's consistently, to this point in the fight, Chris, been landing with power.
Davidson is doing a good job, but he has to throw more than one punch at a time. He's throwing the jab or right hand, it's combinations. He has to throw double jab with that. Powerful too, something different. He's not just gonna knock Sanchez out with one punch at a time. Oh,
one of the hooks to the body, left hand, right hand, double right hand to the body, now the uppercut. Big sequence for Donald Sanchez. Davidson playing all defense, Sanchez playing all offense. Sanchez, more body work. There's the rear right uppercut right to the body. Huge sequence for Donald Sanchez. Overhand right, and that drops Dallas Davidson.
And beautiful job by Sanchez, continue to work the body so much that Dallas Davidson had to leave the head open.
Nick Barron stops this fight. 3 straight wins for Donald Sanchez in BKFC.
And I know he got a first-round knockout in his last fight, but this was his best performance. Sanchez looked completely dominant from the beginning to the end. Was in control, showed that high fight IQ, worked the body better than we've ever seen him work before. And you can see here, as he did damage, Dallas Davidson had to block that body because he was doing such damage right there. Every now and again, he'd slip one into the head because it was open, just making Davidson put his hands up to the head, and he went back to the body. Just taking whatever your opponent is giving you, and that's that high fight IQ we talked about. Don't hit this guy in his arms, don't hurt yourself, don't hit your hands by hitting the side of the head, just take whatever he's giving you. He's giving you body, take it. He's giving you head, take it. Final right hand of the head did the damage.
Credit Dallas Davidson. That body work, I think, would have dropped 95% of the middleweights on the BKFC roster. But full credit to Donald Sanchez. Beautiful body work, the right hand to the head, and that's the fight.
Sanchez said Mundell is wearing his belt. I'm sure he kind of got the attention right now, Dave Mundell.
Dallas Davidson is a genuinely nice person. He is a genuinely talented fighter. But Donald Sanchez is on a roll. 3 straight wins in BKFC. Sanchez is the epitome of a respectful fighter. He respects his opponents, he respects the process, he respects his training, and you can see he respects the sport of bare knuckles. That's a quality win in our co-main. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Nick Barron, steps in and calls a stop to this fight at 1 minute 19 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by KO, Donald Sanchez.
Donald Sanchez, great to the body of Dallas Davidson and finishing to the head. The winner by way of 3rd round TKO, Donald Sanchez defeats Dallas Davidson.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. The world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, is back for BKFC Fight Night Albuquerque, Friday, February 28th. In the main event, the #1 ranked bantamweight Keith Rockstar Richardson faces a warrior looking to stay on the winning track, Behzad Usmanov. In the co-main event, rising star Harrison the Headhunter Aiken attempts to take out Albuquerque's own Donald Sanchez. Plus many more intense bare knuckle fights. Watch all the action unfold live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
Trevor Loken versus Behzad Usmanov.
And you can see here, Sean, Loken does have a 3-inch height advantage, but it's that 5.5-inch reach advantage that I think is going to be the biggest key right there. Usmanov needs to get inside to land those shots. It's up to Loken to keep him away.
Behzad Usmanov from Tajikistan in Central Asia, now based in the American Southwest in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is Usmanov's second fight in BKFC. Usmanov 39-5 in pro Muay Thai, 12-4 in pro MMA. He's also had 3 pro boxing bouts. Usmanov is an extremely smart fighter. He's an extremely studious fighter. And to the surprise of no one, very clear-eyed in our fighter meeting, Usmanov said, I'm going to continually read my opponent and continually make adjustments as this fight progresses.
One thing he said that he didn't fully understand the clinch the first time he fought. Understands that way better now. Once they get in there, utilize it. He feels like he has a lot of angles in there, a lot of things he can do from the clinch. He's going to do this time.
This is bout number 3 in BKFC for Trevor Loken. Had a good run as an AMI in MMA where he went 5-0. And our fighter meeting, Loken, who just like Usmanov is a very cerebral fighter, very well-spoken, said, I've really been focusing on my defense, focusing on my movement, but with that said, Loken told us I'm still going to go hard for the knockout.
Yeah, he said he wants to do everything similar with that coming straight for. However, he wants to tighten up his technique, keep the hands blocking the entire time, making sure the chin's not open. It just takes one mistake right here. He's figured that out. He's going to try and correct those mistakes and be perfect out there.
Loken said, I have absolutely no interest in going the distance. I'm not going to be reckless, but when I see chances to go hard for the finish, I'm going to take full advantage of those chances.
And he understands he has a little bit of a reach advantage. He wants to stay just outside his opponent's range, and we can just land at the end of his shots. He's got that 5.5-inch reach. He wants to stay right there.
To get us started, we send it to the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you one and all to the Colonial Life Arena here in beautiful Columbia, South Carolina. And welcome to BKFC 52. BKFC Review begins tonight with 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division, presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears blue. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, 149.4 pounds. Tonight, he steps into the squared circle for the second time. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico by way of Kujan, Tajikistan. Here is Behzad, the Lion, Usmanov. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears white. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, an identical 149.4 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 1 victory opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Raleigh, North Carolina, here is Trevor Loken. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Behzad Usmanov told us, I have to keep moving. My key to victory is to continually take away time and space from Trevor Loken. Round number 1. Sporting touch of hands, right to it off the jab. Goes the North Carolinian, Trevor Loken. He's in the white trunks. The fighter from Tajikistan, Behzad Usmanov in the blue trunks. Usmanov on the outside. Loken looking to come to the inside. Big overhand right from Usmanov. To the half-time plug, right hand on the exit from Usmanov.
Just like I thought this fight would be. These guys are coming right at each other.
Big swings from both fighters. Loken now opening up with the right hand. Rear right uppercut, another one from Trevor Loken. Loken to the inside, counter right hand, and another overhand right from Behzad Usmanov.
That did some damage right there. Loken, like his knees buckled a little bit right there.
To the clinch. Both fighters trying to snatch half-tie plug. Hard right hand to the body from Usmanov. Loken on this separation.
Something Usmanov said he really wanted to do. Start targeting that body, and that'll drop the hands, and then he can go upstairs.
Heavy feints from both fighters on the step in. Left hand, rear right uppercut from Loken. Overhand right right from Usmanov. Loken now coming forward. Loken hard off the jab. Usmanov circling on the outside. Overhand right, left hand on the entry from Usmanov.
And Loken's doing a great job of throwing those straight punches, those jabs, and they're doing some damage. I think he cut his opponent open with that.
45 seconds remaining. A phenomenal round number one. Both fighters having their moments here in the first round of this, our opening bout. BKFC 52 now. Usmanov coming forward. There's the straight 1-2 from Loken. Usmanov circling out.
Loken doing a great job of using that range. That 1-2 is landing very well.
In the reset, again, you see the heavy feint. Overhand right, overhand left, just off the mark from Behzad Usmanov. Jab just off the mark from Loken. See the blood around the left eye of Usmanov. Final seconds, round number one. Usmanov on the entry, overhand left. Smart clinch. Both fighters definitely understand wrestling. They understand grappling, infighting at a high level. That ends round number one.
Sean, this is one of those fights where you can tell both guys have gotten their feet wet. They learned a little bit about their sport. They're both leveling up in this fight. You can see they are much better than the last time we saw them. Both guys.
Good run. You have him cut, okay? In for that cut. Time his shots. You're doing good. When you're crowding and rushing in, you're eating shots, okay? Keep that little bit of that distance. Time him, okay? Time those shots. He's loading up that right hand. You're seeing him. You're landing good. That's how you cut him up, okay? You got to time that right hand. When you're rushing in, get your hands up. When you're on that clinch, stay on the clinch. You landed good shots on the clinch, too. On that mid-range, you've got to keep your hands up, okay? That's it. You just got to keep your hands up. He's cut really bad in his eye. We got to target that eye, okay? Keep your fucking hands up. Keep your distance in and out and time that shot.
Here's some of that good
That's what you're doing good
work
with.
on the inside. Both guys landing hard shots on the inside.
Just like you said in the back, it's there.
Good overhand right. Those are the one I think that Loken, he didn't really see it coming. It kind of buckled him for a second, but he recovered well. Wasn't hurt bad. It just knocked him off bouncing. But both these guys, like I said, are much improved from the last time we saw them.
If there's such a term as cerebral brawler, it would apply to both Trevor Loken and Behzad Usmanov. Round number two, long jab from Loken. These are two tenacious and technical fighters.
And Loken doing a good job of using his range and his reach, and that's what he does best, and he needs to stay right there. So using 1-2, it's done a lot of damage so far.
Usmanov, good left hand counter right hand from Loken. Jab to the sternum from Trevor Loken. Jab again. Overhand right, left hand again. Usmanov looking for that Christmas, that overhand right and the overhand left or left hook on the entry.
We definitely talked about his opponent drops that right hand. If he drops that right hand, he's going to get in with that left hook, and it's going to hurt him.
1:15 remaining, round number two of this lightweight bout. You see the smear of blood under the left eye of Usmanov. That cut opening in round number one. Jab to the sternum again for Loken. And right, there's the left hand again from Usmanov. That time went overhand left. Good head movement from Usmanov.
You can see Usmanov has continued to try to land that left hook. He targeted that because he saw his opponent dropped it in the past, and you can work on that, but it's really hard to change those habits you have.
Long straight punches, big shots now from the mid-range for Loken. Usmanov circling out, reloads with an overhand right and another one. Both fighters continue to land big. Both continue to have their moments. Stocking pressure, though, for Loken. Took those shots well from Usmanov. 30 seconds remaining, round number two. Hand right back. 1-2 again. Counter left, counter right from Usmanov. Usmanov entry right hand right back from Loken. Loken now on the 1-2 into the clinch. To the body goes Trevor Loken. From the half tie plug. Like an arm drag from Usmanov. Left hand, right hand, big swings. Out. Big left hand, and down goes Trevor Loken. Loken to his feet, taking the mandatory 8 from Andrew Glenn, and that ends round number two.
And Loken is in big trouble right there. He's lucky that that round ended. He was out on his feet right there. I think it was just a matter of time.
You see massive swelling around and under Loken's left eye.
So that was a round right there where you can see both those guys, they're doing what they want. You know, it's not a fight where somebody's doing something wrong. They're both doing very well. It's just Loken got caught right there at the end. They were both having very good moments in that round. You can see right here just a couple hard shots off balance, and right now he's in trouble. You can just tell it's just a jab that knocked him down. I'm sure if Usmanov was going for the MMA finish right there, just a couple hard shots right there that knocked him off balance. It's that one to the neck sometimes, it really does damage. Loken, he's got some bad throwing
listen, guys.
over that
Good
left
job,
eye.
Right? Don't hit him on the ground, man. You're
Let's
going to mess
see.
everything up. Don't hit him on the ground.
Let's see if they let this fight keep going. I think they think they will.
Chris, quite possibly, that was going to be a 10-9 round 2 for Trevor Loken. Instead, with that knockdown on the jab, it's a most likely 10-8 round number 2 for Behzad Usmanov.
Like I said, both guys had their moments in that round. They were both doing some things very well.
Here we go, gentlemen. Total line. Round 3.
Been a great fight so
Step
far.
back over here.
The sportsmanship, the respect continues.
Knuckle up!
Fighters back up to scratch. Knuckle up from referee Andrew Glenn. Round number 3.
It's those overhand looping shots that are doing the damage to Loken right there. He's got to keep those hands up.
Loken to the body counter, right hand on the straight right hand from Usmanov.
Loken is tough as nails, man. He's getting hit with some bombs right here.
Big shots, right hook to the body, downward right hand, more big shots, and that is it, the standing TKO, and win number 1 in BKFC for Behzad Usmanov.
Man, that was a great stoppage right there because Loken was hurt bad. He's just too tough for his own good, Sean. He was taking massive shots right there.
Hey, brother!
And you can just see the disappointment in Loken right there because he had such great moments against a high-level guy. He was doing very well. Just got caught with a couple shots that did damage, but like I said, he's just being too tough, wouldn't go to the ground. Look, coming straight forward, and he's eating these shots, but just doing so, like I said, tough as nails, but you can only take so many of them, and that body right there, those body shots really did some damage. He had some good defense right there, but this isn't boxing, Sean. You can't sit there and block with those gloves because guess what? There's no gloves. Those little shots get through. Look, right there, that shot, that'd be blocked in boxing. It's not blocked here. That's a great way to start the night. So that was a high level, like you talked about technical brawl. That's what you call that.
You can see that Trevor Loken was disappointed on the standing TKO, on the decision, the stoppage from referee Andrew Glenn, but he never argued with Glenn. That's very telling, Chris.
I mean, you can't really argue. He knew he was hurt. You could just say how bad he wanted to win. And it makes it worse when you have some flashes doing some great things. You have the guy cut open early. You're thinking, okay, this is going my way. And then to lose it, it's disappointing.
Good refereeing from Glenn. A great fight for both Trevor Loken and in victory, Behzad Usmanov. Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, steps in, calling a stop to this fight at 24 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by TKO, Behzad, the Lion, Usmanov.
Usmanov just improving much in that fight. You could just tell he understands the range, the tempo, everything a little bit more. And this guy could be a problem for a lot of people in this weight class.
Trevor Loken most definitely had his moments. He is still a fighter to watch at BKFC, and Behzad Usmanov, most definitely a fighter to watch at BKFC. The fighter from Tajikistan by way of New Mexico, turning up the pressure. The finish relentless. Intelligence, precision, and technique to the win. Victorious by way of third round TKO, Behzad Usmanov defeats Trevor Loken.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. The world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, is back for BKFC Fight Night Albuquerque, Friday, February 28th. In the main event, the #1 ranked bantamweight Keith Rockstar Richardson faces a warrior looking to stay on the winning track, Behzad Usmanov. In the co-main event, rising star Harrison the Headhunter Aiken attempts to take out Albuquerque's own Donald Sanchez. Plus many more intense bare knuckle fights. Watch all the action unfold live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
Main event time. In the bantamweight division, Keith Richardson versus Michael Larimore. You see our tale of the tape. It is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
Okay, Sean, Larimore with a 3-inch height advantage, 5'9" to 5'6". Only an 1.5-inch reach advantage, but he still wants to utilize that. Stay long, stay outside, make Richardson try and get inside.
Michael Larimore enters 2-0 in BKFC. He's also had 4 pro MMA bouts. Larimore told us, without a hint of arrogance, but fully confident that he feels he has legitimate knockout power in both hands. Larimore said, I'm going to throw constant straight punches. I'm going to land quickly from range and then exit. I do not want to get drawn into lengthy exchanges with Keith Richardson.
It feels like his opponent doesn't move his head off center line very often, so he wants to throw straight down the middle, throw uppercuts. Make sure his opponent pays for trying to step in and close that distance.
Larimore has trained previously with Keith Richardson. Larimore said, I know from training when I was very young in my career, 20 years old, 6 years ago, Richardson is powerful, he's explosive, but I also know that he's very hittable.
He feels like he's faster, he's sharper, he's a better boxer, he's younger than his opponent. He feels like this is the time, this is a passing of the torch. He's ready to step in and fulfill his destiny.
Larimore said, I believe that my opponent, Keith Richardson, will keep coming forward. I have to land as he does so. Larimore also said, I've been training constantly in bad positions, so if I find myself in a bad position in this fight, I will be exceedingly calm.
Definitely wants to keep this fight simple, keep it short. He wants to just get this fight right to the point, land his hard shots.
Keith Richardson, the former BKFC Bantamweight World Champion, now entering his 6th fight in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Richardson, 34 pro MMA fights. He ranks as one of the best bantamweights to have never fought in the UFC over the last 10 years. Richardson 1-0 in pro boxing. Keith Richardson told us in our fighter meeting, I don't want to be overly aggressive. I want to be very sharp with my defense, and I want to intelligently move in and out of the mid-range.
I like the way he said it. He wants to hunt, but don't rush. He wants to be a smart predator in this situation. I feel like he has to control the range. He can't get hit. He's got to make sure he gets in and he works the body.
Keith Richardson told us, I learned when I trained with Michael Larimore, even though he was very young in his career, that he definitely has power. Richardson said, though, I believe that Larimore will try to overcommit in this fight with his power punches. I have to keep landing off of Michael Larimore's misses.
Well, he feels like he's faster, but not only with his hands, but with his footwork, and that's what makes him better. His footwork is going to get in and out much quicker.
To get our main event of the evening started, we send it to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the main event. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the Bantamweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Sanctioned by the Georgia Athletic and Entertainment Commission. Chairman Rick Thompson. Executive Director Matt Woodruff. The 3 judges scoring our main event: John Margliano, Will Fisher, Ed Kenner. And the 3rd man inside the squared circle, our referee in charge of the action at the bell, Big Dan Murgliata. And now, with our BKFC fans watching live worldwide on the BKFC app and Fubo Sports, from the Gas South Arena for our first time in the great state of Georgia. Fight fans of Atlanta, let's knuckle up! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and gold. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 136.7 pounds. He holds an undefeated BKFC record at 2-0. Fighting out of Tampa, Florida, here is the undefeated Michael Papa G. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears green and black. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, 136.4 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 4 victories opposite a single defeat. He is the former BKFC World Bantamweight Champion, fighting out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. Here is Keith Rockstar Richardson.
Michael Larimore told us, I have to use my footwork, use my speed, and I believe that Michael Larimore told us Keith Richardson will struggle with my power. The bell, round number 1. Switch of stances off of scratch for Keith Richardson. He's in the green trunks. Black and yellow trunks for Michael Larimore. Immediately to the inside comes Richardson. Richardson hard on the right hand. Fast off, former BKFC champion, I think that's it. Done. Game, set, match. Keith Richardson.
And not tonight, no passing of the torch. Still, this is Keith Richardson. He's ready to get back in there and get that title run. I mean, what an explosive burst by Richardson. Landed with power, combinations, this is what we talked about. Got into the pocket.
21.
Later those shots, that's all she wrote. Man.
21 seconds KO.
John, that was nasty, that was fast. This guy still has a lot left in the gas tank.
Wow. Holy shit.
Irony of ironies, Chris. In our fighter meeting, Keith Richardson said, I don't want to be overly aggressive. He was extremely aggressive, but he was not reckless. He was smart with the aggression. He saw the openings. He seized the openings immediately to the first round knockout win.
And that's exactly what he needed to do. He needed to get in the pocket. He did it quickly. He ran in, waited for the opportunity. He landed those combinations, and he's through with power. Man.
That is a massive victory against the ultra-talented and previously undefeated Michael Larimore for the former BKFC Bantamweight World Champion, Keith Richardson.
And Larimore still, you can tell, probably thinking, what happened? This was my time, I was ready. Maybe I underestimated this guy. Maybe I felt like this was my time, but man, that was brutal. Here's some of those punches, just those 2 shots. And Richardson could have thrown another one. He just walked away. He knew it was over. Oh, I guess he did throw another one, Sean.
Our crafted replay presented by Forged Irish Stout.
With that kind of speed, that kind of accuracy, man, it's tough to deal with.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Mergliata, steps in calling a stop to this fight at 21 seconds into round number 1 for your winner by KO, Keith Rockstar Richardson.
Well, welcome back, Rockstar. What a victory. Man, you know, you've had so many big moments in this organization, but that has got to be one of the most incredible finishes of your career. Walk me through that, because that was fantastic. It's a great combination, and you had one heck of an opponent here with Michael Larimore.
Hey, I am back, baby. If you forgot who I was, don't forget. I'm coming back in that bantamweight division, once and future king.
Well, I gotta ask you, after a performance like that, that was dominant, you beat an undefeated fighter, do you feel like that puts you right there? Should you be next in line for that bantamweight championship?
You're damn right I should be next for that. I want my belt back. It's coming back to me. It belongs in South Carolina, in Modern Warrior MMA, and it's gonna stay there.
Ladies and gentlemen, victorious tonight, Keith the Rockstar Richardson.
If there were ever any questions whether he was back, if he was ready, if he was too old, the answer emphatically, I mean, he is a force to be reckoned with in this weight class.
Speed, accuracy, power to the 21-second finish. The right hand, the left hand, And that is the fight. In our main event of the evening, the winner by way of first round KO, Keith Richardson defeats Michael Larimore.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. The world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, is back for BKFC Fight Night Albuquerque, Friday, February 28th. In the main event, the #1 ranked bantamweight Keith Rockstar Richardson faces a warrior looking to stay on the winning track, Behzad Usmanov. In the co-main event, rising star Harrison the Headhunter Aiken attempts to take out Albuquerque's own Donald Sanchez. Plus many more intense bare knuckle fights. Watch all the action unfold live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
I've always competed with the mindset, like, I'm trying to be the best. Like, I'm not trying to participate. I'm trying to take over. I'm trying to be the guy everybody else is chasing.
And that goes Derek Perez.
I'm a really strong and experienced fighter for Keith because he never fought against fighters like me. I think this is my path. I'm gonna show good fight and become champion this year.
Big left hand and down goes Trevor Loken.
You're in the way of my road back to the title, and be prepared to get run over. Hey, I'm still that fucking dog. Keith the Rockstar Richardson, fighting out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. When I came to the BKFC, you know, like I said, everybody, you know, knew me as a submission artist, but I always knew that my striking game was probably undervalued. You know, I knew how well-rounded of a fighter I was. When I won the world title, it was there was a lot of emotions. Especially, you know, everything I'd gone through that year. To this day, like, it's hard for me to watch just because, like, you know, I had lost my father earlier that year. He was there. He saw all the hard work that it took. He saw, like, you know, all the struggles that I went through just to get to that point. Most people never thought it was gonna happen. Like, you know, it's rare for somebody to win a world title at 39. The best days of my career are still ahead.
I know you lost your dad very, very recently, not too long ago. We talked about it the first time you fought here for BKFC. You're a world champion, man. He watched you for so many years. We've watched you for so many years in this area have your ups and your downs, and you were never out. You were never counted out, man. You came into BKFC, you're undefeated, and now you're a world champion. Can you even put that into words?
This one's for you, Pops.
My name is Behzad the Lion Usmanov. I'm from Tajikistan and I'm representing Jackson Win Academy. I have a lot of experience in Muay Thai, martial arts overall, and now I turn to BKFC and we put new goal with my management. We want to champion soon in my division, and I was, of course, in Ultimate Fighter in the UFC. It was fight of the season, and I'm very unique fighter, and I'm ready to show in 2 weeks really good performance.
Usmanov does come forward with a lot of forward pressure.
Non-stop movement.
Oh, so excited! I'm so happy. My management did a good job, and they give me this opportunity. Of course, thank you for BKFC, and this is a really good opportunity for me to do next step and get title shot in my division, and I'm excited, ready to go.
More big shots, and that is it, the standing TKO, and win #1 in BK. for Behzad Usmanov.
Man, that was a great stoppage right there because Loken was hurt bad. He's just too tough for his own good, Sean. He was taking massive shots right there.
When I look at Usmanov, all I see is somebody in the way of my ultimate goals. And, yeah, that's it. Connect with his jaw. That's all I need to do to beat him. You know, if I land hard and I land stiff, I don't see anybody staying standing for long.
Richardson to the body, to the head, big shots, knocked down number one. Number two underway, knocked down number two. Wow.
Keep Richardson, be ready, high mountains, high altitude, and of course be ready for tough fight.
Left hand, right hand, big swings. Out. Big left hand, and down goes Trevor Loken.
Usmanov, all respect. You know, you're a tough fighter, but you're in the way of my road back to the title, and be prepared to get run over.
Tonight, the Duke City is ready to come unglued as the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, makes its return to Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's another night of mind-blowing action live from the Kiva Auditorium. Will this be Keith Richardson's next step on his road back to the world title, or will it be Bekzat Usmanov's night to shine?
We will show something really good. It will be my key for my title shot. Be ready for a tough fight.
I've always competed with the mindset, I'm trying to be the best. I'm trying to be the guy everybody else is chasing.
This is BKFC Fight Night, Albuquerque, Richardson versus Usmanov, and it starts right now.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. We're back in the queue like we never left Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is BKFC Country, and tonight it's Fight Night at the historic Kiva Auditorium. We start tonight's card with the preview. That means 3 free bare knuckle fights. You are guaranteed some bangers. These fights set the tone for the whole night. In our co-main event tonight, Albuquerque-born and bred slugger Donald Sanchez feels he's ready for a title opportunity against the Redneck. But first, he has a hard-hitting bare-knuckle vet in Harrison Aiken, who's coming for blood. And in tonight's main event, former BKFC bantamweight champ Keith the Rockstar Richardson is coming off the best knockout in his career. But to be considered for another championship bout, he has to go through an absolute savage in Bekzat Usmanov. This has all the makings for an epic battle. And welcome to the fabulous, historic Kiva Auditorium right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico for an incredible night of fights here with BKFC. It is a fight night, so we got the modified ring. Man, we got close quarters combat, kind of like fighting in a phone booth. That's what's happening tonight, so we are guaranteed a great night of fights on this very stage. Just to give you a little history lesson, Eddie Vedder, Jerry Seinfeld. Well, listen, you know that our brand of entertainment is a whole nother level, so it's going to be a fun night tonight, live here on the BKFC app and right here in the preview. Now, folks, 2025 has started off incredible. Of course, we talk about Knucklemania 5. We know the success that we had in Philadelphia. Then you talk about California and you talk about Mohegan Sun. But how about what is loaded up for the next few months? My goodness. You talk about a slate of fights. We go to Philadelphia in just a few weeks. Hard Rock and Hollywood. But how about in April, where things really get crazy? It has just been announced just weeks ago. It's Dubai. It is an incredible 2-night event. And yes, 4 championships are on the line. Austin Trout defends against Trinidad Snake. It's gonna be Britton Hart taking on Ty Emery, Kai Stewart and Tommy Stratum. And how about Hannah Rankin and Jessica Borga? 2 incredible nights, back to back, some serious entertainment in Dubai. But later that month, we go from continent to continent. We go to Florence, Italy, an incredible atmosphere, our first time in the country, and look at that on top. It is Chris Camozzi, it's Lorenzo Hunt in a rematch for that Cruiserweight Championship, plus the debut of Jimmy Sweeney. Man, I'm just getting amped up thinking about it. That's what we have here in the next few months. But what about what we have tonight? Albuquerque, New Mexico. We keep coming back here because we have incredible fighters and we have incredible fans. We're in the Kiva Auditorium, and this main event is gonna be bananas. Let's go ringside to the commentary team. Sean Wheelock, Chris Lytle, take it away, gentlemen.
Cyrus, thank you very much, Chris. Our main event set for 135 pounds. Keith Richardson, the former BKFC 135-pound world champion, versus the Ultimate Fighter veteran from Tajikistan, Behzad Usmanov.
Sean Richardson, very, very good for us, but almost perfect. In my opinion, he's just one punch away from being undefeated and still the champ, but he wants that title back desperately. He's doing everything. A great knockout his last fight. Feels like coming into somebody's backyard, winning a good fight, get another knockout, puts him right there for that title. Usmanov, though, this guy, he has a game plan. Ultimate Fighter experience, like you talked about, Sean. Feels like he comes in, already has a win in BKFC. If he gets another win, it gets a great fighter in Richardson. Another win after that, he's right there for that title. This should be a great fight.
Tonight's fight odds are presented by Kurgo, the official betting partner of BKFC.
I'm loving these odds. They're all over the place. You can see some good fights. I'm liking ALBRECHT at minus 304. I like that bet a lot.
Blackout Coffee presents the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting administered this evening by the New Mexico Commission. Punching in the active clinch is allowed. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. We open tonight here in Albuquerque with a fight in the middleweight division. Bryant McClain versus Roderick Stewart. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
Both these guys big for the weight class, and although McClain has that 1-inch height advantage, it's that 4-inch reach advantage that Stewart has. He's going to want to utilize stay long, stay outside, make his opponent pay.
This is fight number 2 in BKFC for Roderick Stewart. His 4th fight overall in the sport of bare knuckle. Stewart has also had 8 pro mixed martial arts bouts. Roderick Stewart told us in our fighter meeting, I'm going to keep changing tempo throughout this fight. I'm going to keep landing 1-2s and power punches from range.
Feels like he's much more confident coming in now. Wants to sit down on the punches more, utilize that range, stay long. Like you said, his opponent comes in, he wants to use those uppercuts, those hooks, make his opponent pay.
Stewart said, I want to continually be first. He said, I feel it's very important to land hard off of scratch to establish a dominant tone.
Feels like he wants to take his opponent out quickly, come out, put him down. Feels like he's worried about the elevation. He feels like he comes in, goes hard, he's gonna get a quick first round knockout.
Bryant McClain now set for his bare knuckle fighting championship debut. McClain has had 15 pro boxing bouts. McClain told us at our fighter meeting, I'm approaching bare knuckle in BKFC exactly as I do in pro boxing. I want to be very slick. I want to stay long off of my jab and then hard 1-2s throughout from distance.
Feels like he will see all the punches coming. Feels like he has a better technical understanding of boxing and hands being thrown at him. Feels like his opponent's going to want to come in and brawl. Not this guy. He wants to utilize that jab and stay in the right position the entire fight.
Bryant McClain is naturally right-handed. He told us I'm going to keep switching stances. McClain said, I believe that will really disrupt the rhythm of my opponent, Roderick Stewart.
Feels like some of his keys utilize that jab, keep his head up, and have a lot of very good movement.
To get our evening started, we send it into the ring with the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Hello, hello, hello! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the fabulous Kiva Auditorium deep in the heart of downtown 505. And welcome to the most exciting combat sport on planet Earth today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is BKFC Fight Night Albuquerque. We are set for our opening fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His official weight, an even 176 pounds. Tonight he toes the line for the second time. Fighting out of Abilene, Texas, here is Roderick Icewater Stewart. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He also stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His official weight, 175.2 pounds. He is a true pro boxing veteran of 15 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, here is Irish Bryant McClain. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Roderick Stewart told us, I respect Bryant McClain's boxing. I cannot allow McClain to make this a boxing match. I have to make this a bare knuckle fight. The bell, round number 1. Both fighters, as you see, in black trunks. Blue hand wraps for Bryant McClain. Red hand wraps off the 1-2 for Roderick Stewart. To the inside, there's the left hand. Half-tie plum now snatched by McClain.
You gotta think it's always a good strategy for Stewart to try and get a good punch early. McClain's never had a bare knuckle fight.
Huge overhand right by Stewart. Out to the body goes McClain. To the inside, there's the overhook. Hit by Bryant McClain. The separation quickly from Andrew Glenn. Forward pressure again. There's the counter, and down goes Bryant McClain.
And there's that difference I was talking about. You've never been hit with a bare knuckle. First time. See how he reacts. McClain is hurt.
Step over here. Let me see your hands.
It looks like he's recovered.
1:15 remaining, round number 1. More big swings coming forward from Stewart. Knockdown number 2.
Nope.
That is ruled as a push and a slip by referee Andrew Glenn.
It's unfortunate because it was a good punch landed, but afterwards the push did happen.
Right back to it.
McClain's got to be very careful, and he's a little hurt. He might want to try and tie his opponent up, but that's where this isn't boxing.
Long jab from Stewart. There's the big overhand right. Left hook. That's knockdown number 2.
And look at the look of pain on McClain. He's trying to get up. I think that's going to be all she wrote.
This fight is over. Win number 1 in BKFC for Roderick Stewart.
And Sean, we talk about it all the time. Experience is everything in this sport. You've never been hit with a bare knuckle. That's the difference in that fight. McClain, a very high-level boxer. He got clipped, and that's all she wrote.
Go back to our fighter meeting. We talked about this just before the bell to start this middleweight bout. Roderick Stewart said, I really respect Bryant McClain's boxing. I cannot allow him to make this a boxing match. I have to make this a bare knuckle fight. Indeed he did, Chris.
Landed that overhand right. You see, this is the first knockdown, perfectly placed. This is a fight where if McClain's wearing boxing gloves, that punch does not land. That is the difference. You cannot train this sport like it's a boxing match with no gloves. And just continue to get hit. He got rocked. He got lucky that second knockdown wasn't called because he did push it, but he just couldn't take too many of these shots. That's all she wrote.
Andrew Glenn broke off his count, ended this fight, and that is a victory with emphasis in round number 1 for Roderick Stewart.
But Sean, I mean, it's just a different sport. A lot of people don't understand, they don't respect it until they get in there. Then you go back to the drawing board, you go home, you go, okay, how is this different? Now I see what's different, and you can train different. But until you actually get in there, it might not make sense. I guarantee you if McClain goes back, he dissects his fight a little bit, he'll be much better the next time.
3, 2, 5.
You have to be happy for Stewart coming back after some time off with us. He was very confident in our fighting meeting. He looked very confident in that fight. He just had to wait for the right time, land that hard shot. That's what he did.
Let's go, guys.
We send it to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, steps in calling a stop to the fight at 1 minute 16 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Roderick Icewater Stewart.
And a great job for Stewart. Looked phenomenal, looked very confident, looked like he is a veteran and looking to do some damage in this weight class.
Great sportsmanship from both McClain and Stewart. Let this celebration begin for Roderick Stewart. Now 2 fights in BKFC, 4 overall in the sport of bare knuckle. And that was Stewart moving to the next level in his bare knuckle game. 2 knockdowns. takedowns of Brian McClain, the left hook, knockdown number 2 to the finish. The winner by way of first round TKO, Roderick Stewart defeats Brian McClain.
Thursday, March 27th, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, is back for another night of adrenaline-fueled chaos. In the main event, one of the greatest bare knuckle fighters to ever step into the squared circle, Luis Baboon Palomino, battles a warrior looking to build his legacy by taking the legend out, Howard H.D. Davis. In the co-main event, the undefeated heavyweight Leonardo Perdomo hunts for his next knockout against the always ready Steve Aurelius. Watch it live only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com. April 4th and 5th, 2 nights, 4 world titles on the line. It's Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships Dubai debut. April 4th, watch world champ Austin No Doubt Trout defend his waterweight title against the undefeated Carlos Trinidad Snake. Also watch BKFC vet Britain Hart put her gold on the line against Ty Embry. Then April 5th, world champ King Kai Stewart defends his featherweight gold against the undefeated Tommy Strata. Plus Hannah Rankin knuckles up with Jessica Morgan to crown the inaugural women's featherweight champ. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
To the lightweight division we go. The numbers presented by OnlyFans for Lorenzo Coca versus Ruben Arroyo.
Not going to get too much more even from the tail of the tape. Both guys 5'7", exact same fist size, 1 inch reach advantage. Not getting any advantage from the tail of the tape.
Ruben Arroyo now set for fight number 2 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He's 12-2 in his pro MMA career. Arroyo told us in our fighter meeting, I'm focused on finding the balance in this fight versus Lorenzo Coca between being aggressive while not being reckless.
Feels like he wants to jump on his opponent right way, then back off, pick his opponent apart. Feels like he really wants to get into the clinch, work the body, go from there.
Arroyo said, off of scratch, I want to be first. I want to really have a fast start, but then I'm willing to settle into a counter-striking rhythm.
Well, he feels like he has power in both hands, and that's his key. All he has to do is touch his opponent. He lands those powerful shots, feels like he's going to get the knockout.
Of his opponents in this lightweight bout, Lorenzo Coca, Ruben Arroyo said, I really have to be aware of his clean, straight punches. I think Coca will throw straight punches into the clinch. If he does so, I need to land and exit quickly and smartly.
And Sean, one thing, this guy came through the tryouts. The reason we like him is because he says he likes exciting fights. He comes to bang, out to prove it tonight.
This is fight number 2 in BKFC for Lorenzo Coca. He has had 28 pro MMA bouts. Lorenzo Coca told us in our fighter meeting that he has put a major focus on lateral movement and training. Coca also said, I'm really focused on choosing smart engagement. I want to be elusive and I want to be selective with my punches.
He wants to use in and out motion, clinch when he needs to, but the main thing for him, and I really like what he said here, he wants to decide and choose the reign when and where the fight happens.
Coca also said, I'm willing to brawl, but I will not be pulled into a brawl by Ruben Arroyo. If we brawl, we will do so on my own terms. I know that Ruben Arroyo, Coca told us, is going to come forward with hard punches. I'm going to circle to the right as he does so, target his head. I have to be aware of Arroyo's big overhands.
He definitely wants to test the chin of his opponent. Feels like that's his main thing. Go out there, make his opponent see if he really wants to be in this fight.
Back we go to Jeff Houston.
Fight fans of Albuquerque, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division, presented to you by OnlyFans. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and white. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, 154.8 pounds. Tonight he steps into the squared circle ready for bare knuckle fight number 2. Fighting out of Isleta Pueblo by way of El Paso, Texas. Here is Ruben, the Beast Arroyo. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, 153.8 pounds. Tonight he also toes the line for the second time. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, here is Lorenzo, the Disciple Coca. And our referee in charge of the action, Mark Colloy.
Ruben Arroyo said when Lorenzo Coca comes forward aggressively, I will meet him with hard, heavy, and clean punches. Both fighters up to scratch. Knuckle! The call of knuckle up from Mark Colloy, round number 1. Fast start off of scratch for Ruben Arroyo. He's in the black and white trunks, solid black trunks for Lorenzo Coca. Forward from Arroyo, now on his back foot. There's the hook jab from Coca. 1-2 off the mark from Arroyo. Both fighters staying on the outside. Early stages of this lightweight fight. There's the jab getting through.
That jab did its damage like it already bothered Arroyo.
Heavy forward pressure now. Separation from Colloy, right back to it. 125 remaining round number 1.
Big problems for Arroyo. That jab did a lot of damage.
Heavy into the clinch. There's the overhook is held by Coca. Separation again from Colloy.
I'm guessing Arroyo's going to want to go on the offense here pretty quick. He doesn't want to stay back. He's having trouble seeing.
Now from the underhook, Arroyo to the body. Good refereeing for Mark Colloy in his BKFC debut, letting this go. Now the separation as the clinch became inactive. On the duck under, you see the full level change from Arroyo. Coca resetting with the naked right hand. Into the clinch again comes Ruben Arroyo.
Arroyo, he needs to create a little bit of space. Those punches are not going to be effective.
From the underhook to push away from Arroyo, right back to it. Both fighters in the center circle. Level change again from Arroyo. Big wind up on the right hand from Coca. Right uppercut getting through.
I really like that sneaky uppercut from Coca.
Heavy into the clinch. Stop! There's left hands, wraparound punches.
Going into the back of the head.
Mark Colloy telling Arroyo, watch the back of the head.
Arroyo just throwing punches from far angles, opening himself up each time he does so.
Just like that on cue. That was the entry, rear right uppercut. Now a hard right hand from Coca. Final seconds, round number 1. More big shots from Lorenzo Coca. Off the right hand, there's the overhand right from Arroyo. The bell, the end of round number 1.
Arroyo was in a ton of trouble at the end of that round. Continued to take hard shots. Couldn't see well from that right eye. He's got to close that gap a little quicker before he starts throwing those punches, Sean. He can't just throw from those far outside. He's going to get countered every time. As you can see, the end of the round, Coca just completely dominant, throwing hard shots, landing. And Arroyo wasn't just standing there taking him, he was trying to fight back. Probably the best punch he landed the entire round, but he was in a bad position at the end of that round.
Seconds out called. Set for round number 2. We're in the lightweight division. Lorenzo Coca versus Ruben Arroyo. Both fighters in their respective second fight in BKFC. Mark Colloy bringing both fighters back up to scratch. Round number 2. Hands high and tight for Arroyo to start this second round. See, he has swelling under both eyes as he lands the right hand. Hard on the entry from Arroyo.
Stop!
Overhook. Separation from Colloy. Colloy telling Arroyo, listen, stop when I say stop.
That right eye of Arroyo is in some bad shape. He needs to do exactly what he's doing right now and come forward and try to take his opponent out.
There's the right hand again from Arroyo. Arroyo's noticeably turned up the aggression here in round number 2 from what we saw from Ruben Arroyo in round number 1.
You can tell he has a sense of urgency. He's got to go out there and finish his fight quickly. That eye might swell shut.
80 seconds remaining in the second round. The mouse is now off the little Arroyo's left eye, blood flowing freely.
Beautiful job by Coca. He waited for his opponent to throw that right hand. Delayed
delay. Arroyo takes the knee willingly. Here's the mandatory 8 count now from Colloy. Mouthpiece out. Up at 8 is Ruben Arroyo. Mouthpiece right back in, right back
trouble. Referee better watch his, might get hurt.
Coca swinging hard, long hooks.
It's just straight right hands, and that left hand counter is coming from Coca again. That's what did the damage the first time.
Coca on the right hand. There's the duck under to the clinch. Short right hand from Arroyo. Separation again from Mark Killoy. 35 seconds remaining, round 2.
And if you're Coca, you got to wait for that right hand, step back, throw the left hook again.
Then heavy into the clinch, driving pressure from Ruben Arroyo.
Knuckle!
Coca might want to close his mouth. He's got that mouthpiece wide open.
Naked right hand on the entry from Coca. Chest to chest once more, initiated by Ruben Arroyo. Just heard the 10-second clack. Acknowledged as such by Mark Killoy. There's the left hand now from Coca. Almost a side headlock position from Arroyo. Next up, round 3.
And Coca had great opportunity there. Arroyo very fortunate to make it out of round number 2. He was hurt badly. It was just a very nice job what Coca did as Arroyo continued to throw right hands. But as he throws those right hands, he's leaning forward. He's not following up with the left hook. He's in a bad position. Watch, here's the right hand being thrown out of the way. Perfectly placed left hand. Did the damage. Look, Arroyo says, oh, I'm hurt, I got to do something. Then he took a knee a couple seconds later. So that's a smart move by Arroyo, though. If he's hurt badly and he can't continue to fight that man, if he got hit one more time, he's probably getting knocked out. He took a knee. That was very smart. That's why he made it out of that second round.
Mark Killoy, who was the referee for Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul in Dallas, Texas last November, has refereed 27 major organization pro boxing world title fights. This is his BKFC refereeing debut. He's been outstanding through the opening 2 rounds. As the depth continues to come forward in all divisions, male and female in BKFC, so does it with the referees. And on cue, there's the referee, Mark Killoy, ending this fight. Retirement in the corner of Ruben Arroyo, and the win for Lorenzo Coca.
And you can see the elation on Coca. Trained hard for this fight, was ready, learned a lot in his first fight, and it showed in the second. Saying very relaxed, waited for his opportunities, had a good, beautiful counter left hand that did a lot of damage in this fight.
So we'll go down officially as a TKO, 2 minutes of round number 2. Ruben Arroyo definitely had his moments. Great respect between Coca and Arroyo. But Arroyo not coming up to scratch to start round number 3 and win number 1 in BKFC for Lorenzo Coca. Chris, Coca's right hand was on point throughout.
And it was also that beautiful left hook that he threw that did a lot of damage. He waited for the right time. He saw Arroyo was just being a little too predictable. Continued to throw that right hand, which was dangerous if he landed. But when he didn't land, he left the right hand out too long. He got countered with that left hook. It's important to, they would talk about the 1, 2, 3. You throw that 3 so you're not just sitting there with your right hand out and your foot, you know, your head right over that foot. You want to follow with that left hook. That gets everything right back into position. You're in a good defensive position. That's why the 1, 2, 3 is such a good combination to throw. Arroyo didn't do that. He landed, he threw the 2, and he just left it out there, got countered.
Coca told us in our fighter meeting, I have to smartly choose my engagements. He certainly did. His offense was on point. His defense was on point as well. Arroyo continued to rush into the pocket. It was very heavy chest to chest. Coca, though, doing a masterful job controlling the space, landing that left hook, continually landing the big right hands all the way to victory. Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of our ringside physician, our referee in charge, Mark Killoy, calls a stop to this fight at the conclusion of round number 2. For your winner, by TKO, Lorenzo, the Disciple Coca.
And a much more relaxed, confident Coca in this fight. It showed he looked really good, had the ability to counter and control the ring.
Ruben Arroyo showing his toughness. The mouse pop under the left eye, pulling himself off of the canvas. But Lorenzo Coca was simply on point. Left hooks, overhand rights to the finish. The winner, by way of second-round TKO due to physician stoppage, Lorenzo Coca defeats Ruben Arroyo. Saturday, April 26th, it is our BKFC debut in Italy, main evented by the rematch, Chris Camozzi versus Lorenzo Hunt. Chris Camozzi.
He's a high fight IQ, accurate punching, just owning the ring right now. This guy can do it all. 9 knockouts. He just scored a bare knuckle fighting. If this guy hits you, he's gonna hurt you.
I am the best bare knuckle fighter in the world.
The fighter from Gainsborough, England, Rico Franco.
Straight punches, clean shots. Every time he lands, it's with bad intention. That accuracy, that precision, he's doing damage. Cannot wait to see this fight.
Has all of the ingredients to be something truly special.
The biggest title fight in the whole history of the organization.
Unbelievable.
In the light heavyweight division, Kyle McElroy versus Jay Jackson. Our tale of the tape is presented by Blackout Coffee.
And McElroy's 6'3" to Jay Jackson's 5'11", but it's only a 1-inch reach advantage for McElroy, which to me is the most important part of that.
This is fight number 8 at BKFC for Jay Jackson. He's also had 17 pro MMA bouts. Jackson told us that he is really focused and training on being, quote, more poised than ever before. Jackson said, I'm going to be poised, I'm going to be calm, and I'm going to utilize excellent footwork to establish myself on the inside.
Son, I love one thing Jay Jackson did. He took dance class to improve that footwork, yoga, and like you said, he wants to use that new improved footwork to get into the pocket where he belongs.
Jackson said, fast jabs, I'm going to be technical with my striking, never brawl. My left hook is my key punch. I'm not targeting Kyle McElroy's body, I am targeting his head.
Well, it feels like he's better all over, has more experience, wants to get in and utilize that confidence he now possesses.
Home city, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Kyle McElroy, set for his 7th bout in BKFC. Chris, real animosity between McElroy and Jackson at the weigh-ins last night. McElroy actually struck Jackson in the face.
Yeah, and he's going to be fine for doing such. You know, you cannot continue to do such a thing. We actually strike somebody. We love it when people talk. We love it when they add it and get a little in people's face, but they're not going to take that. They're not going to put up with it. We have to set the precedent, and it's been set. Good job by the organization doing that.
In our fighter meeting, Kyle McElroy told us, I cannot allow myself to be overly patient at the start of this fight. I want to stay long, but I have to be aggressive from range. I'm very confident with my jab. I want to move on angles. I really have belief in my punching power, so I have to sit down fully on my power punches.
One thing I like about this fight, Sean, Kyle McElroy said he feels like he's better all over. Both guys said they are better all over. They are very confident they're both going to win. This would be a great one.
This is intriguing at 185 pounds. Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division, presented to you by Blackout Coffee Company. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears red. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, an even 185 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 4 victories opposite 3 defeats. Fighting out of Tampa, Florida, by way of Managua, Puerto Rico, here is Jay Action Jackson. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears red and black. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. His official weight, 185.6 pounds. This BKFC veteran steps into the squared circle ready for bare knuckle fight number 7. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, here is Kyle, the Irishman McElroy. And our referee in charge of the action, Sid Ware.
We'll give Kyle McElroy quote of the week from our 22 fighter meetings. He said a chaotic fight favors Jay Jackson, a calm fight favors me. The bell, round number 1. Black and red trunks for Kyle McElroy. Solid red trunks for Jay Jackson. Jackson trying to step in with the left hand, pull it back mid-flight. There's the big right hand, a right hand again. McElroy circling out. Big swings from Jackson on the inside. McElroy tried to counter with his back against the ropes on that left hook.
I feel like you can tell Jay Jackson really took offense to that slap during the weigh-ins. He's coming to do damage.
Short right hand on the turn from McElroy. Jackson on the hook. McElroy step in right hand. That was clever. Threw it naked with his hands low. Left hook. Big right hand on the entry now from Jackson. On the underhook. Overhook as well from McElroy.
No punch.
There's the separation from referee Sid Ware.
Knuckle up.
Call of knuckle up from Ware, right back to it. 70 seconds remaining, round 1. On the left hand.
Jay Jackson has continued to land that step in left hook. It's because McElroy's right hand is so low.
Swing and a miss. Jackson taking himself off balance.
I'm surprised Jay Jackson isn't coming in with the jab, double jab right hand.
McElroy, there's that naked right hand again. Now 40 seconds remaining, round number 1. We're in the light heavyweight division. Head movement from Jackson, throwing the left hand on the pivot from Jay Jackson. Swing and a miss again from Jackson.
Every time Jackson's throwing that, he's getting himself off balance. He's try and pull that back just a little bit, try and throw it, but not overthrow it.
It was a good pull from Kyle McElroy. McElroy now off the jab. McElroy coming forward into the mid-range. Just off from McElroy. Jackson thought about throwing the left hand. Short, clever left hand from McElroy in reply. Swing and a miss again, and once more Jackson taking himself badly off balance. We are through the opening round.
And the most impressive thing to me about what McElroy is doing, his eyes are seeing these punches coming. He's pulling back just out of the way, making Jay Jackson miss badly. If he can make it where after his Jay misses and he throws that right hand, he's going to do a lot of damage. Probably get the knockdown.
Back, and then where the fuck's he gonna go? Nowhere. And then he gotta fight you. And then you gotta lay your hands.
Former BKFC welterweight world champion Elvin Brito in the corner of Jay Jackson.
Be good. Stay relaxed. I never get lucky. Stick with your jab. Stay calm. Stay
Good advice being said by Elvin Brito. He's got to push his opponent back. He can't throw these wild hooks. He has to keep pushing McElroy back because he's backing straight up.
Good. Relax.
Tell, look at McElroy. He's already in the middle of the ring, bouncing. He is ready to go. He feels it.
He's gonna bite down and face to face. You have to face. Work on this round. Just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Ready to work, baby.
Powerful shots landed by Jay Jackson. Those are some nasty sounding punches.
Sid Ware starts round number 2. Forward pressure to start the second round from Kyle McElroy off the jab.
Look at the confidence from McElroy. He's had the head so low.
That is by design for McElroy. Check left hook from Jackson, didn't fully land. Jackson now forward again. There's the overhook snatched by McElroy.
Jay Jackson doing exactly what Elvin Brito told him. Keep pushing your opponent backwards.
Good refereeing from Sid Ware, keeping this light heavyweight fight moving. Movement once more from Jackson on the outside. Simultaneous jabs.
Jay Jackson keeps throwing these left hands upstairs. I'd like to see him move those to the body. It's easy to get your head out of the way. You can't move the body.
Jackson once more taking himself off balance, this time off the jab. Big swing, there's the counter to the body from Jackson. McElroy now, hands low, chin out, posture and playing now towards Jay Jackson.
Jay's having real trouble finding this distance, solve his problem.
Good pull again from McElroy. Jackson tried to find that naked straight right. This is the most elusive, Chris, that we've seen Kyle McElroy now, and this is 7th BKFC bout.
You can just see his eyes are really seeing everything very well. He's pulling back just enough to get out of the way.
Left hook off the mark from McElroy. He resets. Jackson trying to come forward. Jackson to the inside right hand.
And Jackson's still headhunting. I'd like to see him go to the body when he gets inside.
Getting late here in round number 2. 30 seconds remaining in the second round. One jab from McElroy didn't fully land. Jackson heavy on his back foot. Both fighters throwing left hooks. Another fully landing. McElroy again to the inside. Stub left hand, another left hand from Jackson. Straight right hand. Better sequence from Jackson. Jackson now coming forward. Jackson to the inside on the left hand, right hand, left hand. Big shots now. There's the turnout from McElroy. We are through 2 rounds.
Beautiful finish for Jay Jackson. Looked very good at the end of the round. Landed a couple hard shots. Best sequence of the fight so far. Only thing you have to worry about with Jay Jackson, the altitude up here might be a little bit different. He might slow down, but there's some powerful shots being thrown. You saw right hand, good left, and just continue to come forward. Some of those shots are landing. McElroy did a good job of blocking those, but some of those were sneaking through. Once again, talking about the altitude, McElroy trains here. Much easier for him to be acclimated. I don't know if you guys have never dealt with altitude difference, but man, it zaps you. It makes you feel like, you know, you're doing a 5-minute round. You're like, what? It's only 2 minutes. What's going on here? It's just tiring. It's a different thing. If you've never experienced it, it's definitely noticeable.
Round number 3 underway. Jackson pulling himself backwards off from scratch. Forward pressure from McElroy off from scratch to start round 3. There's the jab from Jay Jackson. McElroy, you see, trying to catch and parry the jab. One jab again off the mark from Jay Jackson. Swing and a miss. Tuck under on the left hook from Jackson. Well eluded by Kyle McElroy.
And that's when Jay Jackson does best, that step-in jab. When he really steps in and tries to land with power, he does better.
Both fighters continuing to try to time lead left hooks. Throwing check left hooks and full left hooks, just like that. And again, Jay Jackson taking himself off balance, resetting. Pace is slowed down considerably here in round 3. And just like that, the right hand as the pace speeds up for Jay Jackson. McElroy off the canvas, taking the mandatory 8 from Sid Ware.
McElroy doesn't appear to be very hurt from that. It's like he just knocked him off balance. Let's see if Jay Jackson tries to finish this fight.
Much more measured pace here, Chris, in round 3 than we saw in rounds 1 and 2. And ironic, because McElroy talked about a measured pace, a calm pace he felt really favored him. Big left hand again from Jay Jackson.
It landed well. Man, I'm impressed.
Now with the right hand, left hand. Jackson now opening up. Big shots, knockdown number 2.
Good flurry by Jay Jackson. He had him hurt. He knew it. He jumped all over him. And Jackson would go to the body in that exchange. I think he would pay dividends. And that's a nasty cut. Let's see if Jay tries to go for it once again.
Deep in the left cross, Kyle McElroy. Final seconds, round number 3. A big second round for Jay Jackson, recording 2 knockdowns of Kyle McElroy. Big right hand. Next stop, round 4.
Huge round for Jay Jackson. He sucked it up and he landed some good hard shots. McElroy was hurt badly at the end of that round. Here you're going to see the first knockdown from Jay Jackson. Came in, landed a right hand to the body. And here just another beautiful left hand. He felt it, he came in, that was a powerful right. Look at these uppercuts, he just knew everything. Knew he had his opponent. McElroy, the way he covered up, he wasn't going to come back, he wasn't going to throw any punches. Jay Jackson could just tee off, and that's exactly what he did. It's important to understand when you're in danger, when you're not. If a guy's covering up in that manner, and you feel like, okay, I can do anything I want. If you have a guy who's cocked and ready to load it, ready to throw that punch back, you have to step out to the side, angle out, or you're going to get caught.
This is going to be a medical timeout as called by referee Sid Ware. Kyle McElroy. Dr. Don Muzzi, Chief Medical Officer of BKFC, working with the New Mexico Commission physicians, and this fight is over. Stopped on that nasty cut, and victory for Jay Jackson.
That was a nasty cut. You gotta like this. There was some bad blood earlier. Jay Jackson's such a nice guy. He understands. You know, maybe Kyle McElroy has to hype himself up. He's got to get himself fed.
I love you.
But then Jay Jackson is being the professional he is. Understands what's going on in this sport. Just a nice guy.
Excuse me. I mean, and more.
Hey, I was 300 pounds 2 years ago. I lost 130 pounds. I'm doing what I dreamed of doing. You can do what you dream of. Don't give up on yourself.
Great message being delivered. McElroy, when we first saw him fight, Sean, he was a different fighter. Every time we saw him, he continued to lose weight, dedicated to his craft.
Kyle McElroy entered BKFC as a heavyweight. You see he's a very fit 185er. He had his moments in this light heavyweight bout, but Jay Jackson, with the tempo slowed down, started to really target his punches, knocking down McElroy twice in round number 3. That nasty cut in the final seconds of round number 3 off of the second knockdown. The medical timeout called by referee Sid Ware before the start of round 4. The stoppage due to that cut, and that is win number 5 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship for Jay Jackson. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of our ringside physician, our referee in charge of the action, Sid Ware, calls a stop to the fight at the conclusion of round number 3. For your winner by TKO, Jay Action Jackson.
Big win for Jay Jackson. He just keeps getting better, a constant professional. Loving watching him just continue to get better in this sport.
Jay Jackson told us that he was focused on being more poised than ever before, and this is his 8th bout in BKFC. Jackson had big swings, big misses through rounds 1 and 2. The poise, though, started to show through in round number 3. 2 knockdowns of Kyle McElroy to the finish. And the finish coming due to physician stoppage between rounds 3 and 4. Kyle McElroy had his moments. Jay Jackson, though, turned up the pressure. A strong 2 knockdown round 3, and then the physician stoppage to the end. The winner, by way of 3rd round TKO, Jay Jackson defeats Kyle McElroy.
And we are live from the historic Kiva Auditorium. BKFC Fight Night Albuquerque is brought to you by Bucked Up, OnlyFans, Rashia, and Forged Irish Stout. And if you want to see the entire card, you got to scan that QR code right now or go to bkfc.com. Lock it down, $7.99. And you got this entire show here from Albuquerque. Look at that main event. We are going to have a blast tonight here at the Kiva Auditorium. Scan it now. Don't miss it.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when it's half the cost for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want. Breaking news and live sports. Entertainment for the whole family. rated #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Bare knuckle fighting ain't for the weak. It's about pushing limits, training harder, and staying sharp. You don't hold back in the ring, so why hold back in life? This energy boost hits harder than a left hook. BKFC items are 40% off on Bucked Up's TikTok shop. Get some.
Welcome to BKFC!
Blackout Coffee, the official coffee company of BKFC. Strong and never bitter. Small batch roasted, founded on American values.
Blackout coffee, baby.
I'm not gonna sip it, that's delicious, bro.
Drink Blackout Coffee. Visit www.blackoutcoffee.com to learn more.
Something that I work on throughout my camp. It's called the Raja. It's super key for me. It's really helped me.
My name is Dr. J.R. Rivera de Genia. Rashia stands for Reciprocal Antenna System for Holographic Activation. Key benefits that athletes can receive is stress relief, relaxation, reduce inflammation, less performance anxiety. If you're interested in upgrading your performance, come visit us at therashia.com or our Instagram.
In the flyweight division, Zay Garcia versus Justin Martinez. Our tale of the tape is presented by Rashia.
Sean, both guys 5'4", but it's that 5-inch reach advantage that Garcia has that I really like. He wants to stay long, make Martinez really pay for trying to close that gap to get inside.
This is fight number 7 in BKFC for the Kansan Justin Martinez